The Justice Department set to put forward a plan as soon as today to roll back legal protections that online platforms have enjoyed for more than 2 decades, of course, the likes of Facebook and others, Twitter. The proposals are designed to make technology companies be a bit more aggressive in policing harmful conduct and to at least what they say is be fairer, that is the DOJ, more consistent in what they take down or what they deem to be objectionable content. Now, of course, this follows President Trump's executive order that sought to weaken broad immunity for Facebook, Twitter, and the other platforms. But these proposals are just that, Jim. And what we're really waiting for here is legislative action, because that's actually what they need as well. They would have to be adopted by Congress to actually have force. And so it remains somewhat unclear exactly what the point of it all is.
It really is a question of how many friends does Mark Zuckerberg have in Congress? How many small businesses have they helped? Are they an ambassador for these small to medium-sized enterprises? Because that's what they need to do. Is Facebook shopped going to win over so many Congress people that they'll look the other way on free speech, or they're going to punish him? Now, you could argue everyone should be regulated for free speech, but Facebook was at one point not viewed as being the place where we all got our information. But I've got to tell you, David, there's a lot on the line here in terms of expense, but more important, there's a lot on the line here in terms of the soul of the country. Can you just put whatever you want in Facebook, reach a lot of people, right? Because you sure couldn't do it in the New York Times. So I think it's really interesting moment for the soul of Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, it gets back to this idea, right? What is objectionable to one person may not be to another. Are you, in fact, infringing on free speech? But at the same time, Jim, something we've discussed, what about those who openly put up things that are completely and totally untrue? Is there a responsibility on the part of the platform to police those people, or are those who are spreading those lies going to say, "Hey, that's my free speech rights, my First Amendment rights"?
I've talked to Mark and I've said, "Look, why don't you just put caveat emptor? You are just on your own for these things, because caveat emptor is what you got." Now, I didn't really get it's not really clear where he stands on this issue, other than basically, look, we don't want to censor people. But I think that there should be a caveat emptor. Look, I'm not looking for, although maybe we should get a cigarette package warning, but there really should be some people who just say, you know what, this is, you're on your own here. If you believe this, because I find a lot of people believe anything that's written, and it's a shame. And if you told them it's caveat emptor, then maybe they would say, "Oh, okay, I see. This could be wrong," and yet it still runs. Now, this is versus Baron Sacha Cohen, who said that Mark Zuckerberg wouldn't mind taking an ad from Goebbels. Now, you've crossed the line, obviously, when you even mention the Nazis. But there was a kind of a moment of truth where he basically said, well, why not? I mean, why couldn't Goebbels submit a piece?
Jim, what's, again, to that point, you can litter the world with lies or say caveat emptor, but the point is not necessarily getting people to believe the lies. It's getting them not to believe the truth. And so the truth becomes something that nobody can be clear exactly what it is.
Well, I mean, you and I think, believe that the truth is not an abstraction. But we may be in the minority these days.